All right, welcome to the show, y'all. Hope everybody out there is having a great day. And boy, oh boy, prepare yourself, because this shit right here is getting dirty and wild, okay? So we had a congressional hearing over the Epstein files, and it absolutely erupted and became completely unglued. So Pam Bondi crashed out multiple times. She seemingly perjured herself on live TV. So we'll talk about that. I have all the videos for you. I also have Trump bragging about cutting hundreds of thousands of jobs as the economy implodes right in front of his eyes, as well as he betrayed farmers too. So we'll talk about that. We have ICE caught sex trafficking as the DHS plots permanent occupation of blue cities. This stuff is disgusting, and it's straight out of dystopian sci-fi futuristic novels. So we'll get into that as well. And then later on, we have Nick Fuentes disavows white nationalism and erupts on his own audience because he's fed up with his own audience. It's an incredible thing to see. So we'll talk about that later on, plus much more. You guys know the drill, man. Everybody please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. You can also support the show on Patreon. Remember, this is real independent media. Never talked to an advertiser, never done an ad read, never will. You guys support the show from the ground up. So if you give $2 a month or $5 a month, it helps a lot. Even if you just tip with that thanks button on YouTube, that also helps a lot. You're real independent media, man. That's all we can say. And thank you for everybody who allowed me to maintain my independence by supporting the show. And then, of course, you can always sign up for Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. That link is below. And go sub to the Corn's World YouTube channel where you can see live Kyle and Corn episodes. All right, y'all, let's get right into it. I don't want to waste another second here. So, Pam Bondi testified in front of a congressional hearing. They were talking about the Epstein files. And this thing just went off the walls, y'all. This was a bonkers here, okay? So let's start with Jamie Raskin. Jamie Raskin grilled her, as did like literally everybody else in the room, and she basically had a total meltdown in front of the world. Let's start with this. Here we go.
That will be your legacy unless you act quickly to change course. You're running a massive Epstein cover-up right out of the Department of Justice. You've been ordered by subpoena and by Congress to turn over 6 million documents, photographs, and videos in the Epstein files, but you've turned over only 3 million. You say you're not turning over the other 3 million because they're somehow duplicative, but we know that there are actual memos of victim statements in there, and you also took down the Department of Justice's prosecution memo from 2019. So it's clearly not all duplicative, but even if it were, why not release it? Just release all the duplicative stuff. In the half you did produce, you redacted the names of abusers, enablers, accomplices, and co-conspirators, apparently to spare them embarrassment and disgrace, which is the exact opposite of what the law ordered you to do.
Bro, she's... We watched 59 seconds of one clip, and she's already bleeding out on the ground. Good googly moogly. She's already dead, y'all, but she's about to be much more dead. Watch this.
Even worse, you shockingly failed to redact many of the victims' names, which is what you were ordered to do by Congress. Some of the victims had come forward publicly, but many had not. Many had kept their torment private, even from family and friends. But you published their names, their identities, their images on thousands of pages for the world to see. So you ignored the law, and even with over 100,000 employees at your disposal, you acted with some mixture of staggering incompetence, cold indifference, and jaded cruelty towards more than 1,000 victims raped, abused, and trafficked. This performance screams cover-up.
Now, by the way, let's just be clear. She should be arrested for this. The law was very clear. You had to release the unredacted Epstein files. The only thing you can withhold are the victims' names. Okay, but all the perpetrators, we need sunlight. We need that to come out. We need full transparency. What they did is the opposite. They let out a lot of victims' names, and they protected a lot of the perpetrators. Okay, totally in contravention of the law. Completely in contravention of the law. Now you have Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna themselves going to read the unredacted Epstein files, then reading on the floor of Congress some of the names that were redacted that shouldn't have been redacted. They also missed a bunch of deadlines with this thing. Guys, it's not up in the air. They are violating the law. Somebody has to pay for that. That person should be Pam Bondi, but as you're going to see in a little bit, she actually makes it even worse for herself because she should have gone to prison anyway, but now she's going to perjure herself on live TV as well in a little bit. All right, here we go. This is Ted Lieu going at her.
Former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous.
Is it? Is it ridiculous that there's a billionaire pedophile cabal that's trafficking underage girls for sex and torture, by the way? Is that ridiculous? Is it ridiculous that the guy who's your boss is implicated in this and you're still fucking working for him because you have no soul whatsoever? Is that ridiculous?
And that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency.
God.
He's the one that asked that those files
reclaim my time.
be released.
I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
President Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock. Stop the clock.
the legislation. This is
Time belongs to the...
This okay, so when she talks, it's literally like you have one of those dolls where you pull the drawstring on the back and it repeats the same thing over and over. That's what you... President Trump wanted the files released. President Trump couldn't have committed a crime. Stop insulting our intelligence. Stop insulting our intelligence. We know him and Epstein were best friends for a decade. We know he was on the plane 8 times. We know he went to the island. We know he met Melania through Jeffrey Epstein. We know they shared a girlfriend. We know that he had a teenage modeling agency, which was a front for human trafficking. We know Mar-a-Lago was subpoenaed in the Ghislaine Maxwell investigation because it was viewed as the hub of the child trafficking. Okay? You're not fucking getting this over on us, and you're fucking lying under oath. Jesus Christ, this is so crazy. She should absolutely be arrested yesterday.
I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath.
Oh.
There is ample evidence in the Epstein...
Perjury. Caught. Perjury. And she's about to crash out. Ready?
A witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied.
Oh, spare me your fucking Karen routine, okay? You're covering up a cabal of satanic pedophile billionaires. Spare me your fucking don't you ever dare. Don't you ever fucking dare. Don't you ever fucking dare. Covering for the most disgusting freaks on the fucking planet who are raping kids. Fuck you. Fuck you, Pam Bondi.
And this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide.
Oh.
No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness.
Oh, my God.
You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized this operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
Cooked, barbecued, fried, boiled, broiled, every fucking dunzo. It's a wrap. You got caught speeding. The fact that they all think they're Trump, right? Trump has this remarkable ability to say some shit that's the exact opposite of the truth and just fucking somehow get away with it, right? They all think they're Trump. There's no evidence that Donald Trump committed a crime. Really? Here's a form right here that explains in detail somebody who laid it out, and you motherfuckers didn't even talk to them. It's almost like you didn't want to talk to them. It's almost like you're trying to cover it up for your boss, aren't you? Jesus Christ. You perjured yourself. On top of being in violation of the Epstein law in the first place, which you should already be in prison, now you perjured yourself on live TV. Congratulations, Pam Bondi. I hope it was worth it. Congratulations, you're Attorney General. Now get in that fucking jail cell, bitch. Okay, we're not done. Now Jayapal, oh my God. This is an elbow from the top rope if I've ever seen one. Now Jayapal, this is like putting the knife in and then twisting it. Watch this.
To the survivors in the room, if you are willing, please stand. And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice.
Oh my God, bro. This is without a doubt, put it in the fucking history books. It is the world's worst cover-up. The world's worst cover. Every single victim they didn't talk to me.
Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, goddamn. Oh.
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General.
Oh my God. She can't do it. She can't even look at them. She can't even look at them. She can't look at them. You want to know why? Because she fucking knows she's a piece of shit. She knows she's guilty. She knows she's protecting the shadow government of moneyed interest, the satanic pedophile billionaire class, the Epstein class. She knows she's protecting them. She can't even look at them. She's deflecting. She's deflecting.
Can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a
General,
specific question
Attorney General,
that I would like
question.
you to answer.
See, now Jim Jordan's trying to jump in to save Pam Bondi. Oh, wait, she's allowed to enter. She's not fucking answering, Jim, and you know that. You're also in on the cover-up. You're also a fucking disgrace.
Which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness get to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't
It is
like the
my
answer.
time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't she ask Merrick Garland this?
I'm
twice
reclaiming
when he
my
sat in
time.
chair?
Oh my God, their limped dick attempt at deflection is the saddest thing. What about Merrick Garland? Gosh golly, what about Merrick Garland? Really? Really? That's your fucking answer? That's your reaction? You got the Epstein victim standing right behind you right now, and you fucking screwed them over, stabbed them in the back, didn't even fucking talk to them because you're trying to cover this all up, okay? And that's your, what about Merrick Garland?
I will
reclaim my
continue to
time.
answer.
It is
Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady has
I'm
reclaimed her
not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
The time belongs to the
Bitch,
time.
you've been in the gutter. You live in the motherfucking gutter. All you know is the gutter. The reason why you even got picked to be Attorney General is because you helped cover up Trump's crimes in the first place. I believe it was his scam university, if I remember correctly, that Trump gave her some sort of a campaign contribution, so she paid him back by dropping one of these cases where this motherfucker was caught dead to rights. Your whole life is in the gutter. You're a pathetic, corrupt goon. That's what you are. That's what you've always have been. There's no two ways about it.
It belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say
I'll
this.
direct it to
What
you.
a massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness is
I'm not
interrupted.
going to get in the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time.
doing theatrics.
Let me have my time.
The gentlelady from Washington controls the time. The gentlelady has 17 seconds. You can proceed with your final
Thank you.
17 seconds.
What a massive cover-up this has been and continues to be. Donald Trump made the release of the Epstein files the center of his political campaign because he thought it would benefit him. Then you got into office, Attorney General, claimed to have a client list, only
Regular
to
order.
then say that there was no list. Your deputy, Todd Blanche, met alone with Elaine Maxwell and transferred her to a minimum security prison. And now you continue the cover-up. And I wish that you would turn around to the survivors who are standing right behind you and on a human level,
Chairman,
apologize
Chair now
to
recognizes
them
the chair.
on what you have done.
Time of the gentlelady
yield
expired.
back.
The gentlelady.
Cooked, double cooked, triple cooked, quadruple cooked, mega cooked. Unbelievable. All right, more. Now Thomas Massie gets involved in this. By the way, every right-winger is now crashing out over Massie hard body, and they're like, oh, he's always been a Democrat. He's always been left-wing. He's got Trump derangement syndrome. Watch this. Here we go.
Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names? Are you able to track who it was that obscured Les Wexner's name as a co-conspirator in an FBI document? Do you have that kind of accountability?
I believe Wexner's name was listed more than 4,000 times.
Yeah, I already told you that. This is where he's listed as a co-conspirator.
Can I finish my answer? Come on, let me finish my answer. We corrected that within 40 minutes. He was already, you're acting like everybody's trying to cover up Wexner's.
This is a lie. This is a total lie. They didn't correct that within 40 minutes. Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna, go and see the unredacted Epstein files. They found 6 names that were covered up and redacted, which shouldn't have been redacted. The DOJ had no right to redact them. So they come out and they go, all right, we're going to say the names. And then the FBI goes, yeah, Les Wexner is one of those names. So they go, oh yeah, we did it within 40 minutes. No, you didn't. First of all, you were like fucking 5 weeks too late even in releasing the files, and you redacted shit you weren't supposed to redact. But you wouldn't have fucking, unless they went to go see the unredacted files and they put pressure on you, you wouldn't have fucking released that. What do you think, we were born yesterday?
Reclaiming my time.
I'm going to answer this question.
Reclaiming my time.
He was,
Mr. Chairman.
This is how this works.
Can I have my time? Mr. Chairman.
The gentlelady can give her answer. The time belongs to the gentleman from.
All right, I'm reclaiming my time.
Can I give my answer?
So
Yes.
I'm going to put the language of the bill up on the screen.
Chairman,
Because
may
I
I
have
give my
another
answer
question.
on that?
Yeah.
It's a political
the question.
joke, and I need to give my answer
Yeah,
on that.
we'll let the Attorney General respond, and then the gentleman can move to
Chairman,
the next
it's
question.
my time.
Within 40
Chairman.
minutes, you asked me a question.
You can
Within
give me-
40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes
You
of me catching you red-handed.
Exactly. Thank you, Thomas Massey. That's right. You motherfuckers had to be caught and directly called out, and the pressure applied, and they, oh yeah, Les Wexner was one of them. Are you fucking kidding me?
There was one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a
47
You still have thousands of illegal redactions.
hundred,
Okay.
and we invited
You know what?
you
Show the
in.
video.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get. You're a failed politician.
Gentlemen,
You need to
I
go
want
on
you to
things
watch
that
the video.
matter.
Chairman, please.
What did I say? They all think they're Trump. Look at this failed politician here. He's a failed politician. Really? He's certainly fucking running laps around your dumbass. And what else did I say? You pull the drawstring, they say the same fucking thing. That's exactly what... you have Trump derangement syndrome. This is the best you're going to fucking bring. You're in a hearing talking about how you covered up a shadow government of moneyed interests, pedophile billionaire elites who are raping underage kids, torturing underage kids. And this is your fucking reaction? Oh, you have Trump derangement syndrome. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You should be in prison, but also you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. All right, more. Massey keeps going here.
Behind me, I have 3 documents from the DOJ production that are emblematic of the massive failure of the DOJ to comply with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. To my right is an email that was sent by the victim's lawyers to the DOJ. It was a list of names not to redact, a list of names not to release. What did the DOJ do with this email? They released this email in the document production. Literally the worst thing you could do to the survivors, you did. And they're getting phone calls. A lot of these people didn't want to be known. And we know you touched the document because you redacted one name and you redacted the lawyer's name, but you left the survivor's name there. The next document I want to show you, that was in the title, the victims' survivors' names, all right?
Jesus
The title
Christ.
of this one is Child Sex Trafficking, Co-Conspirators, fully redacted. And by the way, I'm going to unredact them here. Les Wexner is in this. Now, your your deputy attorney general said, oh, well, he appears hundreds of times in the files, but he doesn't appear in this file until I forced you to release it, where he's listed as a co-conspirator, not to tax evasion, but to child sex trafficking.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And then, you ready for this? This is how pathetic they are, and this is how desperate they are. Listen to how Bondi tries to swat aside how she's getting pummeled. Listen to how inartful this dodge is. Ready?
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now.
This bitch is talking about the Dow Jones, yo! If you had somebody in Hollywood write a script and they added this in, everybody would look at it and go, nah, come on, man. There's no way. That is too silly. That's too over the top. That's too ridiculous. That's too low IQ. Nobody would ever be that goofy in an attempt to dodge, right? Wrong. The world is stranger than fiction.
The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what...
You know what Trump's approval rating is on the economy, by the way? 31%. Inflation's going up. Unemployment's going up. They were caught lying about the numbers, too, by the way. They had to revise the job numbers, the previous job numbers, down by 1 million jobs. This is all bullshit. This is all smoke and mirrors. You go, oh, the stock market's doing good. What are they going to do when they don't even have that talking point anymore? Because that day's coming soon as well.
What we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have?
Bitch, you're covering up a billionaire pedophile rape cult. What do you mean making them safe? You're making children unsafe. Oh my God.
To do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan,
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. Ms. Bondi, the Attorney General can respond.
Thank you. The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump has done it in 1 year.
This is so embarrassing. This is kakistocracy, y'all. Look up kakistocracy. It's K-A-K is how it starts. Look up kakistocracy. That's what this is. This is like we're living in idiocracy. We really are. But this just goes to show, guys, they have nothing. They have nothing. They are so fucking caught. They're so caught. Trump knows he's caught. They all know they're caught. They all know they're covering up the worst scandal of all time. By the way, this scandal has just, it's waking so many people up who otherwise wouldn't have been, because now people are realizing the truth of class politics, that it is so literal that our overlords are satanic pedophile billionaire elites who look at us, at the rest of us, as subhuman. They don't abide by the same rules, the same laws. They don't have the same morality. They don't look at right and wrong the same way. And people are now, in such a clear way, they're now recognizing that your problem is not trans people. Your problem is not immigrants. Your problem is not black people. Your problem is not liberals or whatever other stupid bullshit that MAGA would have you believe. No, the problem are the billionaires. It's the billionaires, the fascists, and the warmongers, okay? And Trump just happens to be all motherfucking three, right? They're the problem. They're the reason you're struggling. And people are now waking up to that because of this, because the Epstein class is now a crystallized, very clear thing in their mind. And you see how the government, the whole point of this government is to cover for them no matter what. And that's why you had Pam Bondi crashing out in a historic fashion.
Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.